According to Kentucky Traffic Collision Facts, a third of traffic fatalities in Kentucky occur on horizontal curves. One reason can be the need for better pavement friction in curves. As vehicles travel through a curve, tires need suitable friction with the pavement to enable the turning movement. This same interaction tends to polish the pavement, reducing friction over time. This need is even greater when dealing with wet pavement. A high friction surface treatment is a safety treatment for spot locations like curves and intersections. It uses calcined bauxite aggregate bonded to the road surface with a polymer resin binder to provide outstanding friction for many years. These treatments dramatically and immediately reduce crashes, injuries, and fatalities. An FHWA report estimates high friction surface treatments can reduce wet weather crashes by 83% and total crashes by 57%. Kentucky has seen even better results. This led Charlie Allen, Hardin County engineer, to select a project for the high friction surface treatment.
When I started here in January of this year as the county engineer, one of the first tasks that was brought to my attention was to look at the crashes that were occurring here at this particular roadway. This is Bewley Hollow at Ridgestone Drive. It is one of our highest volume roads in the county. They wanted me to look at the crashes to see what the potential problems were, what the countermeasures could possibly be that would help us to resolve some of these crashes. When I first started looking into it, my first thought was it was this curve right here, the visibility going down the hill due to the trees overhanging the road, and then at the other end there's also a little hill as you go around the curve. So I thought maybe those were blocking some sight distance as people were driving down the hill or coming from the other end around the curve, and they couldn't see the intersection that's at the very bottom of the hill at the sag of the curve, vertical curve. So I thought perhaps the crashes were related to that intersection. But when you get to looking into the data, there weren't any rear end crashes, there weren't any angle collisions. There were 20 crashes total in the 5-year period. 19 of those were single vehicle run off the road crashes. 17 of those were wet conditions. So we came to the conclusion that it was the pavement conditions more than likely was the cause. High friction surface treatment was a great solution because of the high number of single vehicle run off the road in wet weather conditions. So today we finally have this project going. The contractors are here working. We think this is going to be a great safety improvement for our entire county.
There are several steps to a successful high-friction surface treatment. The first step is surface preparation, and typically involves sweeping, followed by an air wash. Alec Rinsky with Truesdell will outline their process.
So first thing we like to do when we get out here on typical asphalt surfaces, we look at it and make sure there's no big debris and other contaminations that will affect the bond rate of the epoxy. We'll go through with our air compressor and do a high-pressure air wash, blow off anything, and get ready to prep the roadway. The next step we do, we'll come out and tape the lines and make sure there's no drains or anything that we don't wish to be covered by the epoxy, and we tape off to ensure clean lines.
The next steps are to mix and apply the epoxy binder to the road, followed by calcined bauxite. This can be done by manual, semi-automated, or fully automated application methods. Alec and his crew use a semi-automated method. First, the epoxy will be mixed and applied.
Our system has two big tanks, a part A and a part B of the epoxy. It goes down the side of the trucks, down 2 lines, and it mixes in the back of the truck. Once it mixes in the back of the truck, it comes out a blow wand in the back that spreads it on the ground, and we have a squeegee that will spread the epoxy to the uniform thickness on the roadway.
Next, the calcined bauxite will be applied.
It's in the back of a dump truck, and we lift the dump truck up, and it goes through a gate on the back of the dump truck through a blower system that runs down the side of our low mod trailer, and it blows the rock out uniformly over the epoxy. And any wet spots that may be missed from the rock being blown, we come back through with guys and 5-gallon buckets and chicken feed rock out onto the roadway surface.
The high-friction surface treatment must be allowed time to cure, and then the excess rock is removed.
We wait for the high friction to cure out, and then we'll come back through with our bobcat and sweeper and sweep up any excess refusal rock that doesn't bond to the surface, that's just extra. And we'll sweep it back into our truck and use it again on the next treatment. 2 to 3 days later, we'll come back and do a final sweep of the road to ensure there's no extra rock on the road and ensure safety for the public.
The high friction surface treatment is an effective, proven method to reduce crashes, injuries, and fatalities on curves and at intersections.